We move on to item 3, and this is a fun one today. We always need something positive. Well, I hope it won't be the only positive thing in this meeting, but we haven't been reading a lot of proclamations just because with Zoom and everybody on screen time for so long, all during the day and then into the evening, we try to minimize things where we can. But sometimes an occasion comes along that is just too important to pass up. So this actually happened last year in 2020, but because it was such a year, they really didn't get to do a proper celebration. So I said, well, we will do a proclamation recognizing this auspicious occasion. And well, I'll start the proclamation and you can just follow along. So here goes. Whereas Rotary International is an international service organization that was founded in 1905 to bring business and professional leaders together to provide humanitarian service and advance peace and goodwill around the world. Whereas the Rotary Club of Alameda was the first service club formed in Alameda. It was officially organized 100 plus years ago on May 1, 1920, with 16 charter members. At that time, the club's principal objectives were to aid the Boy Scouts and help disabled children. Whereas examples of Alameda Rotary's community support include the creation of the Old Wharf Classroom at Crab Cove in 1968, where for more than 50 years, naturalists have educated thousands of school children and families about the ecology of the San Francisco Bay and its importance to our region. And whereas in 1985, Alameda Rotarians joined their fellow Rotarians worldwide and participated with the World Health Organization, United States Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and UNICEF to immunize children around the world from polio. As a result of these efforts, polio cases were reduced by 99%, and the world stands on the threshold of eradicating this disease. And whereas in recognition of Alameda resident, the late Jean Sweeney's service in Rotary and her efforts to preserve property owned by the Beltline Railroad, Alameda Rotary allocated $100,000 to construct the picnic pavilion at Jean Sweeney Open Space Park in her honor. And whereas Alameda Rotary Club provides annual community grants to nonprofit organizations in Alameda and neighboring communities, awards scholarships to students pursuing higher education, and actively participates in youth programs and activities. And whereas the Rotary Club of Alameda also sponsors the concerts at the Cove, which help fund the Rotary Foundation, supports Scouting for Food, and collaborates with Kiwanis of Alameda to support Midway Shelter's Project Failsafe Meal Fund. And whereas, as the Rotary Club of Alameda celebrates a century of continued service, their members are connected to 1.2 million members in more than 200 countries. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Marilyn Ezzy Ashcraft, Mayor of the City of Alameda, on behalf of the Alameda City Council, do hereby issue this proclamation in recognition of the Rotary Club of Alameda's 100th anniversary and congratulate and thank the Rotary Club of Alameda for its first century of community service, helping to improve the human condition in Alameda and around the world. So thank you so much, and I think a big round of applause for Alameda Rotary Club. Councilmember Spencer and I were privileged to attend their very fun and festive New Year's Eve celebration of this huge milestone. So we as a community are so grateful for all the good work that Rotary has done over this past century.